Hello, everyone. I am Benny Adams. Welcome to Hollywood Junket. And today I am so excited because I'm talking to Dustin Tavella. How's it going, man? You're doing amazing on AGT.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It's been a wild ride.
I bet. So I have to ask you, man. So after hearing the results that you're going to go through to the finals, you said you feel bad. And so I just wanted to know more about, it seemed like you felt bad for Peter Rosolio. And like, do you guys have a bond going on?
Yeah, so it was crazy because I was like, of all the people, he's this amazing, talented little kid who was like so excited being there. And so seeing him go home was super sad. I know he's been having a blast. And it's funny because like that whole day, him and I had just been spending a bunch of time together because we had just been like when you're on America's Got Talent, everyone's schedule is just kind of crazy with rehearsals and stage blocking and everything. And that day, our schedule was like so much aligned. So we had been bonding a bunch, just kind of hanging out. And and of course, staying up with him at the very end. And I'm like, no, I did not want to see him go home, man. I mean, obviously, I'm super excited to be in the finals, but you never want to see a little kid be sad.
Oh, I hear you. And he seems like such a good kid. And that
Yeah.
really shows your character though. And it shows
Oh,
that you're
thanks.
such a good guy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude.
No worries, no worries. So your tricks that you do are just out of this world. And I noticed that they deal a lot with the judges. Would they work on random strangers as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so it's funny because for a show like America's Got Talent, it's fun trying to make things that feel specific to the show so that it feels a little bit more personal, which is why I wanted to do the thing with the X's, which of course went into the tighties X, not seal, the actual sign X. But yeah, I think things like that are really cool, trying to mix up that specific show just to give it a little bit more of that America's Got Talent feel, but definitely these are things that I've performed versions of in my stage show and stuff like that.
Okay. And also what I've noticed is you have a family theme when it comes to your performance. And so I want to know, is that an intricate part in predicting the outcomes when it comes to the judges?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so with everything that both my wife and I do, we always try and make sure that there's some kind of theme, some kind of message behind what we're doing because I was actually a musician for a long time. I was a recording artist. My wife was like a model and actress, and I think we've both done the like use your gifts to serve yourself thing. And I think that now we've kind of committed, in this chapter of life, our gifts are not to serve us, they're to serve other people. And so if we can be encouraging people, if we can be shining light and hope and speaking life into other people, like that's the stuff we want to be doing. And so so in scripting stuff for the show, and like, what are the stories where people can feel like they're getting to know me as an individual, feel like they can get to know us as a family, but also feel like they're being entertained. What's the magic,
I love it. I love it. And can you tell us how you use mentalism and impressionism in your performances on AGT?
Yeah, for sure. So this is something I'm still kind of figuring out too, because I think, within magic, there's so much room to tell stories. And it's the thing that I love about magic. The thing that's hard is sometimes I see a lot of magicians, they're kind of telling stories to support the trick, or it just feels very magic-y, if magic-y is a word. I've tried to kind of make stuff that feels as though I'm telling a genuine, authentic story, and the magic is kind of supporting the story, right? And so like I can kind of give people a little bit more insight as to what it felt like, being in these magical moments in my life, because they're experiencing magic as they're hearing the story, as opposed to, I have this magic trick and then I tell a story just to make the magic trick happen. For me, I like to start with the story first. And I think I've gotten pretty close. I mean, some of these last couple performances that I would have ironed out if I would have had more time, but I think that's the beauty of magic too, man. You just go out and you do it and you hope for the best.
No, I agree. That is the beauty of magic. And speaking of the beauty of magic, anything can happen. So many unexpected moments can happen. And we got to talk about that big moment with Howie when he said he was colorblind. Did that catch you off guard? Were you worried?
yeah, I don't see. So here's the thing. The thing that's amazing about magic is I could do the same magic trick to 100 different people, and it will be a different trick 100 different times because every person is different, right? And so I think one of the things that I love about magic is it's both thrilling and meaningful to know that every time you do it, it's not going to be the way that you've practiced it before because every individual is different, right? So in Howie's case, he's colorblind and he has to pick the envelope now that just feels like it stands out the most. And I think I saw in one of the interviews, he had said he just kind of picked the one that he felt was the brightest because the person he was thinking about was like a light in his life, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, yes, I think it kind of threw me off, but that's what I love about magic is it should throw me off, right? Like this is real people, this is interaction. This is what I was saying even about the story thing. You can't over script this because when you're trying to create an authentic connection with a human, every person's different and you just can't plan for it.
I love that, man. I love that. And something else I really loved is when they showed clips of Shinlin and Shoji. Shinlin, huge
Yeah.
on AGT. He's a freaking legend. I want to
Yeah.
know who are some people who inspire you and what got you into mentalism and magic and this awesome thing that you do.
Yeah. So I think the people that inspire me, it's funny because it's kind of a twofold thing. So on a magic level, you know, people like David Copperfield, I feel like that's an obvious one, but because he is such a storyteller and the stuff that he does, I think there's people like Darren Brown who are incredible with connection. There's some of the guys that I get to work with, Danny Garcia, Brent Braun. Yeah, I think like there's definitely a lot of people who influence me as far as the magic, but I think what really inspires me with magic is just the people who inspire me in life, you know? So I have a lot of people that I look up to that I think really kind of motivate me to make sure that what I'm creating is connecting with humans. And because I see them doing it, you know, and the people who have impacted me the most, they have not been magicians, but they're people who said, you know what, I want to use my gifts to be a blessing to others, to tell positive stories, to tell stories of hope, of the things that I've learned to hopefully help other people through struggles that they might be having. And I think that's what motivates me. I have a thing that I love, and I have people who have showed me what it looks like to use what you love to serve others. And so I'd say that's probably some of my biggest motivation.
And I'm sure people are watching on their TV screens and they're saying, man, this guy is so awesome. Like this guy is inspiring me to get into mentalism and magic. And so you're doing amazing work. You're doing amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And so you made it to the finals. Each performance that you have done, you outdo yourself each and every time.
Thanks,
and so you made it to the finals. Can we get a little sneak peek of what you're gonna do in the finals, or a little teaser?
Yeah, if I knew what I was doing, I would 100% give you a little sneak peek. But the thing that's crazy, you know, on this show, stuff is so fast paced. You know, I was literally got off from the quarterfinals, had flown back to Virginia Beach, went up to be with family for a little bit in Pennsylvania. Flew back to LA, had a couple days to work out stuff for this last performance, did that. And that was just, you know, a couple days ago. And now, you know, we start stage blocking and stuff this weekend for the next performance. And so I think like there's this thing in my mind. Everything is very like fast paced. And so, yeah, I don't know if I 100% know what I'm doing yet, but that's part of the fun too, man. It's like we kind of make it up as we go, and we hope that it works.
Hey, I have nothing but faith in you, man. Nothing but faith in you. Congratulations again. Seriously, you are freaking amazing at what you do.
Thank you so much.
For all your fans, can you let them know where they can find you on social media?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just want to for the support and for the love. I mean, on a show like this, you don't get here without people deciding that they want your back. And so first and foremost, thank you. And thank you for all your encouragement and stuff, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, my socials, you know, it's just Dustin Tavella, at Dustin Tavella, YouTube. It's just my channel's Dustin Tavella. I've been not as active on social media the last like few years, maybe just because I don't know. trying to be present in the world around me. But I definitely am posting stuff every now and again, especially with America's Got Talent. So yeah, at Dustin Tavella.
Oh man, well, with the platform you have now, be prepared for all those followers.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, well, thank you again, Dustin, and thank you guys for watching. I'm Benny Adams with the Hollywood Junket. You can find me on all social media at Benny J Adams, and I will see you guys next time. See you guys later.
Awesome.
Take care.
Thanks, man.